Hey everybody, how's it going? It's Chris here, and today we are doing something similar but totally kind of different. This is going out on Patreon first. So my Patreon members have seen this video already, which is some of the perks of becoming a Patreon member. But a buddy of mine, who was actually one of my 5-pack winners, he's out in the UK. And he's my one of my very first Patreon supporters. He had a great idea and a request, and he asked me to see what I would think of certain types of bourbons and certain types of cigars. So he said, could you pair 10 bourbons with 10 cigars, and what I would think about them and why I would do them. So I said, yeah, of course I can do that, Gary. I'll do anything for you, man. So without further ado, we are going to do that. So the first bourbon we are going to review, not really review, because we're going to do full-on reviews for absolutely everything, because we'd be here like for hours doing that. But I'll talk a little bit about each bourbon, and I'll talk a little bit about each cigar, and then why I think, in my opinion, they would go together. Some I have had together, and some I have not had together. But will later on, when I have time, because I can't smoke 10 cigars in a video, because I'll get sick and throw up and probably pass out, I will do that, and if any of those opinions change, I will come back and I will let you know about that. So for the first one we're going to do a Woodford Reserve, and this was a distiller's select, and you can see here it was from our Manitoba Liquor Mart, and it was brought out, I believe it was last year, I think. Yeah. 2023, I believe it was. I think it was to celebrate the 100th anniversary of the Manitoba Liquor Store. So, and there you go. There's all the details on that, and you can see the. Can you see the ABV on that one? Yeah, it's 45.2%. Sorry, ABV on that one. But this is really good, and the reason why I'm kind of starting this one is because it's open, and we're going to do some day drinking. So,
Julian,
that's kind of the only reason why we're starting with this one, because it's open. There's some that that are open and some that are not. I'd say, I don't know, 40% open, maybe.
we're gonna drink this whole bottle. And then
But this is a really great bourbon. I should have got 2 bottles because it's so good, but like an idiot, I only got 1. But this is a really nice nice bourbon. Oh my gosh, yeah, it's really opened up really nicely. You can see here in the glass what it looks like. Let me see if I can find something white here. Give me 1 second. I'll just be right back. Just gonna pause this. All right, I am back. So you can see the color on this this awesome bourbon. Get my hand out of the way there. There we go. It is a really nice nice drink, and it is opened up like crazy. Oh wow! Since I bought it, yeah, it came out for the 2023 Fall Spirit release here in Winnipeg, and it's man, it is really good. It's a lot of like kind of like milk chocolate, you know, those milk chocolate orange candy kind of things you get at Christmas time, but then it's dusted with cocoa, and there's tons of vanilla in it, tobacco spice, some cinnamon, definitely some like tobacco, like a cigar box kind of smell to it. Really good. I guess I'm not on camera right now, so you can't see me drinking here, but there's a level there. Yeah.
let the games begin.
And let's try some of this. Oh my God, is that ever good? Wow. Wow. Holy man. That's even better than the last time I tried it. It is damn freaking tastic. Gary, this is for you, man.
Looks like you pissed yourself, bud.
You pissed yourself too, Mr. Lee.
Not again.
Love you, brother. But yeah, it's got like crazy notes of like there's spice, cinnamon spice to it, figs, definitely some tobacco notes to it, toffee, caramel, milk chocolate notes to it. It is really, really, really good. Wow. Damn it, that is good. I have another one here. That is good stuff. All right. And the cigar I have decided to pair with this. I've gone through the humidor, through my notes and stuff like that. You may have seen this in my kind of cigar walkthrough through my humidors. Well, this one here hasn't been opened yet. I've got it back in 2023, it looks like. Yeah, it looks like 2023. Anyway, this is an AJ Fernandez cigar. So AJ is really, really, really great. Anything is awesome with AJ here. But this is the La Herencia Cubana, and it's a Lonsdale right out of Nicaragua. Really, really, really nice cigar. You can see that we have not opened it yet, so we're going to open it together on camera, take a look at it, and you can kind of see there it says 2023. So I've had it for just over a year sitting in my humidor. So let's open this bad boy up, and we're going to open it up with one of my favorite knives here from Delta 7 Gear, my good buddy Alexander Forsyth. Swing. This is the Lynx knife. Super, super, super cool. It's a Japanese Tonto style blade. Crazy, crazy sharp. It's been seen in a movie. Yeah, this thing is crazy. If you're looking for really great gifts for Christmas time, this is a good gift for Christmas. I hope to have this video out before Christmas time. But like I said, my Patreon guys are going to be seeing it right away. So they're going to have access to this long before us regular folk get to see it. But I'd like to get this out before Christmas time so everybody can see it. This is a really, really, really cool knife. Makes an awesome Christmas presents. Alex would love to sell you one of these things. These are crazy limited releases. So once they're gone, they're gone. Handmade Canadian, awesome guy, helicopter pilot. If you ask him to sign something for you, for the, when you get it in the box, I'm sure Alex will probably sign something for you. Super, super great guy. But let's put this down here before I cut myself again on it. Haven't managed to do that today, but the day is just started and we are day drinking, so.
Problems with anything? Just don't fucking call me, all right? I just don't want to fucking deal with it.
Have another drink, Rick!
Stay tuned. Let's see here how that. There we are. I'll open the tax thing here. Is there two? No, just one. Yeah, it's just one. There we go. So, wow, does that ever look good? Wow, those are really nice. Holy cow, those look really great. Whew. That smells great. So that is the La Herencia Cubana, and this beautiful, beautiful, beautiful Lonsdale cigar. Let's see if I can keep it propped up with the cigar here, making it look all cool. If not, I don't want to hurt the cigar. It's not going to work. I'll put it in there and see what happens. Goddamn thing's going to close on me. Yeah, that's all right. That's fine. Anyway, it's a cool cigar. The reason why I picked this particular cigar with this particular whiskey is because, well, let's talk about this this cigar here first. So this is the La Herencia Cubana. It's right out of Nicaragua. AJ Fernandez actually made it. It's 6.5 inches long, 44 on the ring gauge. It's a medium to full strength and natural color, but you can see that's a really kind of a dark natural color on the cigar, eh? Like it's not Maduro, but it's pretty damn dark for a natural color wrapper on it, eh?
I don't believe you people.
Huh. What do you mean, you people?
What do you mean, you people?
Huh?
I haven't had one of these in a long time. Probably 2 years was the last time I had one of those guys. But the wrapper itself is an Ecuadorian Sumatra. Binder and filler are both out of Nicaragua. So yeah, so they come right out of the Esteli area there, and the wrapper itself is like really, like you can see that it's a really dark natural color, but it's got a lot of tooth to it as well, eh? From the Ligero wrapper that they use, and it's super oily. I don't know if you could see how oily that wrapper is, eh? But underneath it there, the long fillers, they're crazy. Like AJ finds the best of the best stuff, eh? So these are crazy ass long fillers, like right out of Esteli, Condega, Jalapa, and they give a lot of like real kind of peppery notes, like that explode kind of like right off the bat from what I can remember on the cigar, but then it just creams right out. Really great notes of like toasted oak and cinnamon and like milk chocolate and toasted nuts, like a toasted smoky cashew flavor to it. So it's a really great cigar, and I think it would really pair really well with this Woodford Reserve, you know, with the spice to it, the toasted notes to it, the little bit of smoke, the cereal notes, and the cinnamon. I think it really complement this particular bourbon really well, and it's such an elegant bourbon with a really elegant looking cigar to go with it, eh? Like, I mean, how good does that look? Like, look at that. You can take a picture of that. That looks awesome. Maybe I will. I'll just take a shot of that. There we go. All right. But yeah, I think it would really, you know, if I wasn't inside and it wasn't freaking pouring rain out right now, I'd probably go outside right now and try one of those, but I'd get all wet and the cigar would be ruined, and that wouldn't be good.
Any attempt to restrict drinking and driving here is viewed by some as downright undemocratic.
It's kind of getting common is when a fella can't put in a hard day's work, put in 11, 12 hours a day, and then get in your truck and at least drink 1 or 2 beers.
They're making it laws where you can't drink when you want to. You have to wear a seatbelt when you're driving. And pretty soon we're going to be calm in this country.
Next couple of days supposed to be nice, but it's pretty rainy out right now, so that's why we're in the basement doing this. So. Wow, that is... Damn it, if I didn't have... How many do I have open here? I've got 1, 2, 3. I got 3 more open, so I got 4 open. Yeah, if I keep drinking like this, I can be all liquored up.
You need a hobby like mine, Bubs.
Hobby? What's your hobby, right?
Drinking.
So anyway, so I'll stop that now. I'm not going to refill this, but you know what, I might. There's a lot of real cherry notes to this now. You know, I'm just tasting a lot of this really like those cherry blossoms, you get from Cadbury or whatever I forget who makes them, but those cherry blossoms, it's got those nutty, toasted nuts in the milk chocolate with that real creamy cherry center. That's what I just got that flavor and that taste profile. And this cigar, I think, would go really, really, really great with it. So, yeah, that is my vote for bourbon number 1, the Woodford Reserve. It is a select barrel, but I think you can find these types of bourbons kind of a lot of places. I know a lot of store selects did their own, and I think they're all pretty much the same. So, yeah. And if you can't find it, I would just go with a regular one, or maybe a wheated Woodford Reserve. But I think that would go really great. And then you can find one of these guys. You'd think it'd be awesome. We are going to do full-on reviews of every single one of these cigars, and some of them they may even end up in our next humidor giveaway, if that's something you guys would like to do. So let me know in the description below. Gary, I'm pretty positive I know what your answer would be.
Hey, I'm the mall manager.
Yeah, I know who you are, pal. Let me tell you, you got a real problem with mall security. There's 7 steers are lost in this mall now because people are breaking in because you're not doing your fucking job.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, guys. Jesus, I didn't mean to. I really didn't mean to accuse you. I'm a little stressed out. Okay, I got kids in there throwing subs at me. I got my boss on the walkie-talkie all the time going, Gary, we need more carts. Gary, there's somebody masturbating in the food court. Gary, can you go clean the fucking bathrooms again?
So yeah, let's let me know in the description below here once this thing is activated for the rest of us. So anyway, so number 1, Woodford Reserve Distiller's Selection. This is so good. With the La Harricina Cubana Lonsdale. That's what I would go with those ones. So let's pick out the second one here. All right, I think I've got the second one here. Just hold on, I'll be right back. Alrighty. So for number 2, I have decided the next bourbon I would probably pair with this particular cigar. This is Blanton's. It's fairly... I think in the States you could probably find this almost anywhere. In Canada, we get it once, maybe twice a year for spirit release. Little horsey kind of... yeah, so I think you would probably be able to find this fairly easy over in the States. In Canada, like I said, we get this twice a year, usually with spirit release, and it is fairly easy to pick up as well. So really, it's a bourbon that's kind of a cliche, but it's actually really, really quite good. I really, really like it. I had a buddy of mine, with when it first came out, Blanton's was like 1 bottle per person. And then you would see people at spirit release, they'd have, they'd bring their friends along with them, and they'd all run in and they'd grab all these Blantons. They'd run out to the car, then they'd get back in line. If there was a line, run back in, grab a whole bunch of Blantons. And buddies were like leaving, 10, 15, 20 bottles and kind of clearing out each store. So... and they still kind of do that. But now, I think the MLCC is able to get more Blantons, so it's not such a limited thing. So like the last time at our last spirit release, I think we had 84 bottles just in one store. So it was kind of a free-for-all. It took most of the day for them to go away because it's not such a hard thing to find nowadays. And they're pretty cheap. I think they're like $60 a bottle here in Winnipeg. So it's not very, very much. I know in the secondary market and other places they go for twice that, or sometimes 3 times that. But here in Winnipeg it's pretty cheap. So, but like I said, it's a really solid bourbon. So it's, I was surprised. Like I got a buddy of mine. He's kind of on one of those things. He gets his buddies to run around, and he's probably got about 40 or 50 bottles of the stuff at his house, but he doesn't drink a whole hell of a lot. But when he has stuff in stock, that's basically what he's got. When you see the color here, it's a really, really nice kind of I don't know, an ambery kind of color to it. Maybe a little bit of gold to it. Yeah. maybe a early morning pee kind of look.
I can smell the booze from here.
Oh shit.
Can you smell the pee? Look at the piss on them.
Yeah, just a really nice nice smells to this. It's the nose on it is like lots of vanilla, lots of caramel, lots of toffee, a little bit of spice to it, some butterscotch, some clove notes to it. Yeah, on the palate, it's oh my god, that's even better. You see that this thing has opened up quite a bit, eh? I haven't had. Oh, that's nice spice. Real cinnamon spice across your tongue, like those Valentine spicy cinnamon spices, those Valentine heart kind of things. That's really nice. There's a lot of clove, nutmeg, brown sugar, caramel, vanilla, some woody notes to it. Some toffee, like that creamy melted toffee notes to it. Really, really, really nice little bourbon. Wow. A cigar that I would pair with this one here, that would go with those spicy, cinnamony type notes, but that's not crazy overpowering, would be the Rocky Patel, the A10, the Edge, 10th anniversary. Truth be told, and I know I said this in one of the videos before because we have reviewed this one here and I've given some of these away, is I got it because of that, the A10. I had a job offer to go fly one of those things many years ago, and I just kind of wanted the patch because I kind of collect the military badges, as you can probably seen in some of my other videos that I have, and I've always kind of liked them. I used to live in California. That's kind of how it kind of got going. I was hanging out with a bunch of guys down there, and they started giving me their badges, and it kind of went from there. And then I knew buddies of mine up here in Canada. We go for drinks at the beer tents and stuff at air shows, and I was a civilian commercial pilot. They were military pilots, so we're kind of swapping stories and stuff, and like, oh, here's my badge, and then not to be outdone, other guys are giving you badges, and kind of started from that, and it was really, really cool. So I've always kind of liked them, so I just kind of wanted their badge. So I just kind of sent them a message saying, I'm a commercial pilot here in Canada. I've got 3,500, 4,000 hours, whatever the hell I had at the time. And, I'm interested in maybe joining up. I didn't think it was ever a possibility because I'm a Canadian. I do have an American license, but anyway, so I sent that to them, and they sent me the badge. And then within 24 hours, but there was a big package, like a FedEx package, job offer package to me. And as I'm looking through it, I still have it. I think it's in my office somewhere. I'd have to find it. When I find it, I'll show you guys it. And it was, so I showed it to my dad, who was a pilot as well, and he had a job offer to go fly during the Vietnam War. He was a Canadian bush pilot, and turns out it was for Air America. Some of the guys that he used to fly with went, but he decided he was going to stay here because he had a girlfriend who's my mom now, and didn't really want to go to war. So, but a lot of those guys came out with really a lot of money and good job offers to go fly down the States. But anyway, so I called Buddy up there and I said, hey, I got this package from you. I'm Canadian, I'm not an American. I don't have any family members that I know of living in the States or anything like that. I do have an American license, but that's about it, kind of thing. And he's like, he was like, y'all don't worry about that, son. He says, y'all got some good time up there in Canada there. I tell you what, why don't y'all sign that agreement there? We'll get y'all down to Texas there in T-38 there, get y'all done up, and then we'll get you up in the squadron in the A-10. So y'all got some good time there in Canada, and we're looking for that kind of experience to go fly in these particular type of airplanes. And I was like, oh my God, that is awesome, man. I am 100% down, on board with flying the A-10.
I feel the need for speed.
I was beyond excited. I was like super, super happy. Talked to my wife, and we just got married like maybe 8-9 months ago. And she was like, it's up to you if you want to go, but I don't know if I really want you going to war, but it's up to you if it's something you really want. So I showed my dad, and I said, Dad, is this real? And he goes, oh yeah, that's real. Where'd you get that? So I told him, and he goes, well, you're not going. And I said, what? And he goes, you're not going. And I said, why? He says, you just got married, you got a young wife, you got responsibilities here at home, you're not going to war. And I said, but I think it would be a fun airplane to fly, because you're going to have a lot of fun airplanes to fly in your career. You just got started. You don't worry about that. So anyway, my wife was happy. I talked to my dad because my dad talked me out of it, and my wife really didn't want me going, but she's amazing and super supportive. So anyway, I didn't ever go, but it was always in the back of my mind, you know, like, what if I did, and where would it be now? Like, yeah, it would have been, what a plane that would have been to fly. But anyway, that's why I ended up getting these, because it says the A10. Plus, the cigar itself looks really, really, really cool. Like, look at that barber pole cigar on that. Like, that wrapper is really, 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 really cool. I believe if I can get one of these things out of here. There we go. Yeah, the cigar itself, like, we've done a review of this. I've had this many times. I think it came with a box of 20. We got 10 left. I gave quite a few of them away, but I have enjoyed them as well. It's a really, really, really nice little Robusto here, size cigar. Just absolutely love the wrapper itself. It's a Honduran Cirillo and a Maduro wrapper that gives this really cool barber pole look. It's right out of Honduras. It's 5.5 inches long. It's 50 on the ring gauge. It's a medium strength and natural color, like here, but Maduro wrapper there. It's the wrapper itself is a well, like I just said, it's a Cirillo and Corojo. Sorry, not Cirillo. Honduran Corojo and Maduro wrapper. And the binder itself is Nicaraguan, and the filler is Nicaraguan and Panamanian. But it has like really great cool notes of like coffee and spice and cinnamon and milk chocolate, and there's like some toasted oat grain kind of like Cheerio kind of notes to it. So I think it would really, really, really pair well with this Blanton's. You know, it really, really complement it and not fight against it. And sometimes you want the cigar to be kind of not so complimentary to the drink that you're having, because you really want to push the notes of other flavors in your cigar or your whatever you're drinking out. But in this case, I really kind of wanted to pair it and really complement the flavors of the cigar with the flavors of this really cool bourbon. So, and it's a cool bourbon and really cool looking cigar. I think it would look I know it would go really well together, because I have had this together in the past. So so that's the reason why I picked that one, because I just figured it would go really, really good from past experience with this particular cigar and bourbon, separately and together. So that being said, this bourbon has opened up quite a bit more since the last time I tried it, and this cigar has had a good another at least a years more age onto it since I've last had it. So it might be interesting to try again to see what how they would go together, you know, with the extra year's age on this cigar and the extra opening up on that particular bourbon. So but that is what I picked for the Blantons, is the Rocky Patel A10, the Edge Robusto, and this bourbon, like I said, it's such a cliche, but man, is it ever good, and especially when it opens up, it's just really, really, really enjoyable. Don't know if you guys know, I'm sure you probably all do. I'm sure, Gary, you probably know this as well. But you can see here, you got the letters here. That's the S. and you collect enough of them, and they will spell Blantons, and it's like the Kentucky Derby, and the horse kind of like on the all the little figures and stuff that you collect, they kind of do the race, and it's kind of neat. A lot of people collect them. I never thought I would. I thought, nah, I'm not going to collect them. But now I'm only 2 away from spelling Blantons, and Spirit Release is coming out next month, so we may or may not have Blantons. I don't know. If we do, I'll probably go get the other 2 just because I'm an idiot, and I need 2 more bottles of Blantons. This is the only one I've got open. The other ones haven't been opened yet, so yeah, I need more Blantons.
Guess what? I got a fever, and the only prescription is more cowbell.
But it is nice. Boy, is that ever nice. It's got a light smoke to it as well. Like it's just a really nice bourbon. Oh, I like that one. All right, let's go to bourbon number 3. That's really good. All right, bourbon number 3 we haven't opened yet, so we're day drinking here, guys. I'm a Manitoban, and even more importantly, I'm from Stonewall, which is from the Interlake. We're all a little different over there. So let us go into bourbon and cigar pairing number 3 coming right up. I just got to go and grab them. All right, I am back. Geez, we're at 31 minutes already. Gary, I know you wanted like a longer video for you to sit around and on your vacation and relax and enjoy, so I hope this is okay, buddy. It's crap, we're at 31 minutes and 18 seconds already, and we are only on bourbon number 2. I hope you guys got some time. All right, so number 3, I picked this up at our Spirit Release. I believe it was 2 years ago, maybe. Yeah, 2 years ago I think it came out for Spirit Release. It's at 47% ABV, and it is the Elijah Craig Toasted Barrel. Really, really, really nice bourbon. A buddy of mine had this, and after Spirit Release, so we're all kind of... Spirit Release is really, really fun. We all kind of get together, some of us at different locations, and to start with. And some of us at the same location to start with. Then we go booze hunting and meeting friends and stuff in line, and it's just a lot of fun. So we'll go out and get our booze, and then after we got that, then we go to another LC. And sometimes we meet up with other people, friends of ours, at that particular LC, and then we kind of move around the city, and it's really, really fun. And at the end of the day, we all get together, we sit around, we usually go for supper or lunch, and then we do some bottle cracks. So we usually pick, I forget who the hell cracked theirs when we did this, but anyway, they cracked theirs. I cracked it was one of my bottle picks here that we cracked. And we all share it, and we all get into it, and it's super, super fun. So that's what I had there, and it was just a really, really, really great bottle. It's like lots of like really toasted, coated brown sugar, some sweet oak notes to it, super complex. There's some cinnamon, like that, like caramelized brown sugar. Okay, I'm a little weird. I do like maple syrup, but my grandfather came from Denmark, and he was the man I was named after. His name is Chris, or Christian. And everybody called him Chris, so that's how I got my name. But anyway, so Grandpa Chris came from Denmark, and there's so many stories I can tell about my grandfather. He's a really, 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 really great man. But anyway, one of the stories was because they didn't have access to maple syrup in Denmark back in the day, they would put brown sugar and coffee on their pancakes. Now, anybody who has ever tried this, because they'll go, that sounds really ridiculous and gross and stupid. I'm like, try it. Get real brown sugar and put just regular black coffee on it. And anybody who's listening to this, try it. they have not gone back to maple syrup. It is brown sugar and coffee. I'm telling you, it is freaking awesome. So just try it once, see if you like it, and let me know in the comments below after you've tried it, and let me know what you think of it. But it is awesome. But there's a lot of that brown sugar and coffee notes with that toasted pancake crispy notes to it on the on this particular bourbon. And there's also like kind of like milk chocolate and some light smoke to it. And the cigar I have decided to pair it with is the Alec Bradley, are we here? Magic Toast. Is it going to... There we go. I think we got it now. There we go. Can you see that? I think that's clear. Anyway, it's a Magic Toast Robusto. It is really good. We've tried this before. This is one of my absolute, one of my favorites. Go-to cigars. It's super, oh, there we go. That's better. Super great any kind of time of the day. Like I said, it's a Robusto. It's 5 inches long, 52 on the ring gauge, medium strength, and Maduro wrapper on it. And it's not like a super crazy dark Maduro wrapper, but it's a really kind of a nice oily Maduro wrapper. Really nice, nicely put together. The wrapper itself is Honduran. The binder is Nicaraguan and Honduran, and so is the filler. Keeps going in and out of focus on us. There we go. Maybe I'll put it down here. See if you can see that better and focus in on that. There we go. All right. But yeah, so it really complements this this particular bourbon. Like, it's super creamy. There's a lot of chocolate and vanilla notes to it in the profile. There's some cinnamon spice to it, and that toasted cereal notes as well. So really, really good compliment here to this particular bourbon. I think you guys would really, really like that. So if you can get a hold of Elijah Craig toasted barrel, I know they can be kind of tough to find, but if you can do that, or something comparable anyway, and then you picked up one of these bad boys here from Alec Bradley. And I love everything from Alec Bradley. They're so good, especially this Magic Toast. It is really, really, really good. Then you'd have a really nice pairing, and I think you'd really, really, really enjoy that a lot. So there you go. That looks good. All right, I'm gonna have another sip of this Blanton's. So move that one to there. Put this cigar here. I think we'll probably just keep them all out so you can kind of see the progression of cigars and bourbons, and man, that's nice. And stuff. Oh, I was gonna say we didn't show this, but this wasn't open, but you can kind of see through that, eh? Like that's a nice color to that, eh? All right, so let us go on to number 4. I will be right back. I'm going to go and grab that, and we will, we'll get on to number 4. All right, we are back. I figured out which one we want to do next here. This one I haven't opened yet, but I have had this several times. We've had this at Whiskey Club a few times. I've had this at Friends Place a few times, and this is the second bottle that I've had. I just haven't opened this one up yet because we rifled through the first one fairly quickly when it first came out a couple of years ago, when it was available to us in Winnipeg. And this is a Basil Hayden Toast. Really seriously nice bourbon, super good price, super easy to find pretty much anywhere. Really nice, really nice bourbon. Tons and tons of flavor to it. Yeah, just really nice. Like, it's for a bourbon at only 40% ABV. It's not really kind of blowing the doors off the barn with this one, eh? But it's really good. Like, really good. And show you all kind of around here. Yeah, we've had this, like I said, we've had this a couple of times at our Whiskey Club for, one time for just kind of like whiskeys around the world. So we started with, like, Canadian and bourbon and Scotch and Irish and Taiwanese and Japanese and Irish, and we kind of went from there. And then one time we had it for our bourbon barbecue, and we had that last year, and it was in my backyard. But it was really, really, really great. Really nice bourbon. And like I said, this is my second bottle that we've gone through as well. But it's, you see it's kind of got like a dark amber. I don't know if you can see through this or not. It's kind of like a darky amber kind of color to it. It's kind of hard to tell once it's in the bottle if you don't open up on any Glencairn. But there's lots of toasted oak to it, a bit of barrel char, some dried fruit like figs and dates and stuff like that. There's a lot of caramelized sugar to it, and a lot of butterscotch. And the cigar I thought that would go really good with it. I've had this guy here for quite a while. Haven't opened it up yet. Came in a 20 pack of cigars. Really, really great. I've had this a few times, and that's why I ended up with a 20 pack. But I've had this package sitting in my humidor for a couple years now, and it's really cool. I like, well, I'll show you to you. It's a CAO black, and I really kind of like how they've got the cedar bands around it, you know, to kind of protect this particular cigar as well. Like, it's a really, really, really cool cigar. I think it would go really, 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 really good with this this particular bourbon. I would open them up right now, but I want to do a photo shoot with these things here before we open them up and do anything with it, because I think it looked really cool, just kind of like it's like almost like a bale of hay or a bale of cigars. So I want to get a few pictures of that before we open those bad boys up. But they're a really, really nice cigar. They're right out of Honduras. You can see that these are in fact Toro cigars. I like the footband on them, but I really like how elegant they look. Like, they're just such a nice looking cigar. Anything from CAO that I've had in the past, we've given away quite a few different CAO cigars in the past, and they've all been really, really, really great. They're 6 inches long. They're 50 on the ring gauge. They're medium strength and natural color. The wrapper itself is a Ecuadorian Connecticut. Binder comes right out of Nicaragua, and the filler is Honduran, Nicaraguan, and Mexican. But you're going to get like a lot of like creamy, spicy notes to it. Hints of vanilla, some really complex notes of like dark chocolate, and chocolate covered espresso toasted almonds. So I think that would go really, really great with his Basil Hayden toast. You know, like there's a lot of similarities between those two particular cigars and bourbons, and I have not tried the two of them together, but that's kind of the plan. I definitely want to try it, just not when it's pouring rain outside, and my wife would shoot me if I started smoking cigars in the basement. I think my son wouldn't appreciate that either, so, and I don't think I would want that either. I think it would just stink up the house. But anyway, that is what we have for that one, and let's go off to the next one. Let's move this thing here right the hell out of the way. All right, what have we had there? 1, 2, 3, 4. That's it. What the hell, man? It's been 48 minutes long. Jesus. Guys, I hope you like long videos, and Gary, man, I hope you really like a long video here, or it's gonna be this is gonna be a long one, I think, because we're only 40% done, and we're almost at 50 minutes already. God damn it. It's gonna be like a Food Quig video. You gotta check out Food Quig. He's a super cool guy. His name's Andy. He lives in Vancouver Island in Victoria. He drives taxi, but he also has a really, really, really cool whiskey tastings and reviews. He's got tons, hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of them. His most famous one is he was sitting there drinking a 10-year-old Lafroig, and him and his wife were breaking up, and she was leaving, and he was doing whiskey tastings. He's just a cool dude. I've never met him myself, but someday I might. You know, if I'm ever out there, I'll get him to drive me somewhere, and we'll maybe do a whiskey vlog together with his taxi vlog. But he's a great guy. And man, does he ever have a lot of stuff. But he's also very, 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 very well known for really, really, really long live videos. I think his record, he said, was 14 hours, but most of them are like 2 to 3 to 4 hours. And I kind of like that because, you know, when I'm downstairs working at my computer, I'll put one of Food Quigs on, even if I've heard it before. It's really interesting. I just like listening to the guy. And it's kind of passes the time, you know, as you're working, or, you know, you're lying in bed, you got the tablet on, you're listening to the sweet melodic sounds of Food Quig as you're lying in bed going to sleep. But anyway, that is the fourth bourbon that I would go with these cigars. So let's go on to number 5. We'll be halfway there. And I got to finish this one off because I think we're going to try one that's already been opened. So give me a second. I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. Just finished off my last little bit of Blanton's there. Man, that was good. Yeah, I can see why Sean's got like 40 or 50 bottles. And I've only got Blantnos. I've got 6. So I need 2 more to finish off Blanton's. But I also did win a Blanton's store pick, but it wasn't a different letter than what I already had. So, but anyway, for the next one, we are going to try. Now, this is a good one. We can get this once every year or 2 years at Spirit Release. 1 year, I was there. I had a bottle already, and actually, I had 2 bottles, and I was one of the first ones in, went out, had this particular bottle in my cart. A little kid kind of came up behind me. Not a little kid, but he's probably 18 or 19 years old, you know. First Spirit Release, and you could tell like he was a little further back in the line, but he was all gung-ho, and I can remember hearing him going, man, I can't believe I'm doing this. Like, his first Spirit Release, this is so cool, you know, and can't wait to tell my friends, and this is really, really cool. And man, like an 18 or 19-year-old kid into whiskey, you know. And my son, during COVID, he was 16 at the time. We're sitting in the driveway with a bunch of our friends, and a 16-year-old kid was drinking a 12-year-old single malt Scotch. It was a 12-year-old Bowmore, and I'm like, man, I've got like the coolest son on the planet, and I still think that he's a cool kid, and he likes Scotch. He likes a lot of stuff. The kid is just freaking amazing. He's on his 4th year of computer sciences. A Bachelor of Science in Computer Sciences with honors. He's doing artificial intelligence right now, and super crazy hard math because he's doing a math minor, but like crazy hard math. Like, I thought I was pretty good at math, but he's doing stuff like you'd see on like 10 times harder than you would see on like Good Will Hunting. The kid is an absolute genius, but he's super cool too, and he looks like a California surfer. He's just a cool kid and a good looking guy too. But I'm a little biased because I'm his dad, and I named him after my father. I was named after my grandfather, and I always wanted to name my son after my best friend, my dad. So his name is Ray, after mine. Anyway, but back to the story there. So anyway, I had this bottle in my basket, and I was all ready to go, look for more stuff and pick out more stuff. And he came up, and his other guys, I guess, got the last couple bottles of this particular whiskey. And he's like, oh, man, I only heard good things about this, and I guess I missed out. Maybe next year. And it was the Eagle Rare 10-year-old. And he said, I just heard really great things about it. I was so excited to get this particular bottle. And he said, well, maybe next year. He said, that's too bad. So I said, is this, you haven't had this before? And he goes, no. I said, I've heard good things about it from my uncles and older friends and stuff. And they said you wanted the Eagle Rare, and I really liked the bottle, and I heard it's supposed to be really good. It's my first Spirit Release. And I said, I got up early in the morning, but I guess I didn't get up early enough. And I said, here you go, kid, you can have mine. And he goes, what? And I said, yeah. He goes, are you kidding me? I said, no, it's your first Spirit Release. I said, I've already got a bottle. I didn't tell him I had 2 bottles at home. I said, I already got a bottle at home. I haven't even opened the damn thing up. I said, why don't you take this? And he hugged me and shook my hand and thought it was just great. And he said, oh, the whiskey community is awesome. And it is awesome. He wasn't wrong there. But anyway, this is the Eagle Rare 10-year-old. Really great whiskey. I've got 2 more bottles sitting in my cellar. So I've got 3, well, 2.5, I guess, in total. They come out maybe every 2 years. So they're not super hard to get, but they are they can be a little trickier to get, but because everybody kind of covets them. And then sometimes you'll see them going up on secondary from guys in Winnipeg right away on spirit release. But whatever, it's good stuff. We get it for about $60 here, you know, so nothing too crazy or expensive. But on secondary, I've seen it go for a crazy amount of money. But anyway, that is that one here. Let's see ABV on this one here again. It is. Oh, let's take a look. You can see it's 45%, and it's a really kind of a dark bourbon. I don't know if we need the white paper out there or not, but you can see it's actually quite dark. Really kind of a nice bourbon. It's like it's kind of like a chocolatey orange peel note to it. A lot of like herbs and honey, and there's leather and oak, candied almond notes to it. I guess we've got it open. You can probably look at this thing here. So yeah, it's pretty. It's a little darker than the other ones. A lot of like you can smell it from here. Like the aroma is really nice. It's like very kind of a sweet caramelized brown sugar toffee notes. A little bit of barrel char, some toffee, and really kind of that candy almond, like, you know, those candied almonds, and a little bit of spice and some cinnamon to it, and leather. But see the legs on that. Nothing too crazy. I don't know if you can, if it's better to see it on the paper here or not. I'm not sure. But yeah, the legs aren't too crazy. So nothing too viscous, nothing too complex. But it's still really quite nice. Well, there's a little bit of legs there, right? Yeah, there's a bit. You can see that. Yeah, maybe there's a little more viscous and complex than I thought. They're kind of slow to drop too, eh? So let's try it on a palate here and see what we think. Oh, that's nice. I've had this bottle open, this particular bottle here open, probably for a good month and a half. We opened this one up here in late September when we did our rum scotch night at my place for our whiskey club. So it was the end of September, and it's getting... No, sorry, it was the end of August. Was it the end of August or September? I think it was I don't remember. It's been either a month or 2 months or a month and a half since it's been open, but it's opened up quite nicely. Like it's a lot more complex, a lot more flavors, a lot more brown sugar, a lot more of those toasted nut notes to it, and some barrel char and a little bit of smoke. But there's some barrel char to it. Yeah, since it's been open, it's actually quite nice. It's spicy, but not quite as spicy as the Blantons. Really quite creamy. None of these I've put water on, and I don't think I'm going to put water on any of them, the ones that are open here. But it's actually really quite nice. Yeah, it has opened up and has gotten better since it has opened up a bit. And it's kind of, I wouldn't say it's a drying note to it, finish to it, but it's mouth coating to it, and a little bit of spice. It's really a nice. It's become a really nice bourbon, you know, since it's been open there for the last either month or month and a half. Nice. And the cigar that I thought would go really well with this, because I like the spice to it, I thought maybe we can add a little bit of pepper notes to it to really kind of complement it, but as well as some, you know, espresso and leather and some really toasted cereal and dark chocolate notes to it. In the particular cigar that would go well with this particular bourbon, and that is this one here. This is a Monte Cristo, the Espad Stoke, and it's the vintage 2002. Really, 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 really great cigar. Looks just as good as it smokes. God, I'm making a video for Gary. God, I got for supper in a bit. Jeez. So yeah, it looks really, really, really as good as it would as it smokes there. So let's open this guy up here and take a look. Here's the box it came in. I've had this for probably 4 years now. Yeah, probably at least 4 years. But that's it right here. Really, really, really cool looking box. You can see it's really well detailed. I like the etching on it. It has the band to it. I have opened it up because I wanted to, it's got the Boveda pack in there, but I wanted to keep it still fresh. And that is the cigar here itself. Really, really, really amazing. Yeah, just a really, really, really great cigar. The Boveda is still really quite fresh in there. We'll pull one of these bad boys out. Put that here. And you can see that one like that. It's just a really cool looking cigar. And it's just perfect. Like, it is just absolutely perfect cigar. And you can see that it's a torpedo cigar. I love the bands on it as well. I know there's some cigar collectors out there, smokers, that really collect these bands. And this one's got 4 bands to it. Such an elegant looking cigar. And it looks really cool with the bottle of the Buffalo Trace, eh? Like, that's, I think they match and they look really, really good together. You know, the colors, the silver and the black to it. I think that looks really, really, really cool. Super elegant. I don't know, I just thought it would look great. But the flavors on it, like we just talked about, was just absolutely incredible. Like, it's just, I don't know, it's just a really good cigar. I've had them in the past. It is, they're right out of Nicaragua. It's 6 inches long, 52 in the ring gauge, medium strength, natural color on it. But you can see it's a really dark natural color and a really dark and oily wrapper to it, eh? Like, that's just absolutely beautiful. It's in perfect condition. Like I said, it's got probably 4 to 5 years of age on it. Yeah, just a really, really good cigar. The wrapper itself is out of Nicaragua. The binder is Jalapa, and the filler is in Nicaragua. It's the long fillers itself, they're Condega and Cirillo long fillers, and like I said, a lot of espresso, leather, tobacco kind of notes to it, toasted cereal, dark chocolate, some espresso notes. So really goes well with this particular bourbon. So that is what I picked here for the Eagle Rare 10-year-old to go with the Monte Cristo Espad Stoke. I think I'm going to probably do a photo shoot with that. Like, that looks really cool. Like, that is, I don't know, I think that looks really, really good. So, anyway, that is number 5. So, we are, oh crap, we're like an hour and 4 minutes here, guys. Sorry about that. I hope you, like I said, I hope you like long videos, but we have got 5 more bourbons and 5 more cigars to go with. for pairing, because my good buddy Gary requested it, and of course I'm going to totally 100% do that for you, buddy. So we are going off to number 6 here right away, so stay tuned for that, and we'll be right back. All right, we are back, and we are going into number 6. Yeah, number 6. All right, so for the number 6 bourbon that I think I would pair a cigar with, this one might be a little tougher to find. This was one of the ones that we had when we opened it up for a spirit release, and we're all sharing it together. Like I was talking about the Elijah Craig toasted barrel. It's this bad boy right here. This is the Michter's toasted barrel. This is really, really, really nice. And it's a sour mass finish. And you can see the ABV there. It's 43%. Really, 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 really nice. Picked this guy up here at a spirit release, and it was, I think there was only three bottles, I think, per store, and not every store got one. So fortunately I was able to get in there and pick one of those bad boys up there, and it is really, really, really nice. Lots of flavors of like toffee and caramel and toasted oak, cereal notes to it. Well, let's just try this out here before we get too excited, because it's been a while since I've had it, and you can see that it's opened up quite a bit. So this is just stuff that I remember from last time I had it. Yeah, nice. It's yeah, on the nose it's lots of caramel, toffee, candied apple, like the from that you get at the fair. You can see the color here on it. It's a nice kind of a amber goldy kind of color to it. Legs on it. Let's take a look at that. Yeah, it's quite viscous. I don't know if you could see that. Yeah, there you go. You can see the legs on it there. So it's quite a viscous little guy here at 43%. So yeah, it's not bad at all.
They've done studies, 60% of the time it works every time.
Yeah, a little some milk chocolate on the aroma as well on the nose. Yeah, that's nice. It's got some spice on the tongue that kind of rolls down your tongue. Really, really, really mouth coating, just like last time. Really toffee, buttery notes to it. A lot of vanilla, that cinnamon spice, milk chocolate, some toasted campfire marshmallows, flavors to it. Just really, really nice. Some cinnamon spice, like I said, on the tongue right away. Nice bourbon. Really, really nice. And the cigar that I thought would go good with this one here. Not sure how hard it is to find. It's like I can find it pretty much anywhere in the States. Not sure abroad. Probably can't get it here in Canada. But it's the Tatawahe Negociant, the Monopole #1 Robusto. We've done a review, I think, on this one. I'm not 100% sure or not. Might have, or I might have given some of these away. I don't 100% know, but it's a really, really, really nice cigar. Let's see if it'll stay there for us. There we go. Yeah, it's just a really nice cigar on it. It's right out of Nicaragua. It's 5 inches long, 52 in the ring gauge, medium strength, and it's got a Claro wrapper to it. So kind of a natural looking wrapper, a little lighter than that. The wrapper itself is an Ecuadorian Connecticut shade, The binder is Nicaraguan, Mexican, San Andreas, and the filler is from Nicaragua. Lots of flavors to this one here. Like there's notes of fairly complex notes and flavors to this one, of like cedar and cream and nuts and toasted cereal and some light spice. So kind of exactly the same as this guy here, this Michter's toasted barrel. So very complimentary cigar to this really nice bourbon. So that's why I chose that particular cigar to go with that particular bourbon. That's good. That is some good stuff. And what's crazy about this one here is that the secondary market on this is absolutely nuts. I'm not a secondary market kind of guy. I don't really buy a whole lot of stuff on secondary market. I think maybe 2 or 3 times. I just did an auction, but I actually got them for pretty much what they were when they were brand new, and I believe they're worth quite a bit more than what I paid for them. So got lucky on that. There'll be a video of that coming out here very soon, but I wanted to get this one out here for Gary, and then I've got another one that I'll be putting out for today or tomorrow, I don't know. Anyway, it's going to go out at the same time as this one here, but I'm going to get this one up for Patreon first for my buddy Gary. So, but yeah, that's the Michter's Toasted Barrel with the Tatuaje Negro Saint Monopole #1 Robusto right out in Nicaragua. Really great cigar. I think it would really complement that bourbon really well. God, I love day drinking. Well, thanks for this, Gary. All right, so put that cigar there. Let's go and get number 7. Which one should we do next? All right, I think I got the one. All right, give me a second. I'll be right back.
Propane. Time to start the game. Propane. Leahy, you're peeing yourself. Propane. Here you go, Jim. Propane. There you go. Thanks, brother. Propane. Julian, what in the fuck was he on?
All right, I am back. So for the next bourbon that we have here, I have not opened this one. I did try this particular bourbon at the store. I got this at Craft Cellars. It was when I was on a booze cruise with Dan a couple of years ago, and I tried a sample there because this was not a cheap bourbon to get at the time. And so Buddy was telling me all about it, and I said, well, I'm not going to spend that kind of money on this thing unless I can have a little try of it. So lucky me, he had a bottle that was open, and we were able to successfully get into it, and it was really good. And I picked this particular bottle up. So, but I haven't opened it yet, but that's yet. I have, like I said, have had it, and it is really nice. This is a clue to it here. See here, it's a farm, when it was distilled, barrel number, bottle number, aged 3 years in oak. Don't know if you know what it is yet. It's the Garrison Brothers single barrel, 47%. Really good bourbon. Like really good bourbon. When I had this one, it was probably half open, so I'm not sure how long it was open for and how long it was, you know, to take to open up. But this was a really, 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 really good bourbon. I should probably get something in the glass. So I am going to try this guy here. This is a Buffalo Trace, but it's not just the normal Buffalo Trace. This is the Buffalo Trace that came out for a store pick to celebrate the MLCC's 100th anniversary 2 years ago. This is really, really good. You can see the ABV there is 45%, and I grabbed 2 bottles. Buddy Dan was over. He was all bummed out that he didn't get a bottle, and after a few drinks I was like, well, I got a second bottle, and he's like, oh, I want it. So I ended up selling it to him for what I paid for it. I think probably less than what I paid for it, but he is a buddy. But like, we got into it. I mean, a lot of other people have gotten into it. My whiskey club guys have gotten into it, and a whole bunch of us. So it's really good. But this is one of the best Buffalo Trace bottles that I've ever had. It is really good. Whoever picked that barrel out did a really good job of it. Oh my god, it smells so good. But because we haven't opened this bad boy up, I got to get some pictures of them before I open this up, and then we're totally going to get into it. And all these bottles, once we get them opened, I'm going to be sharing drams and stuff like that with you guys. So, but the cigar that I picked out for this particular guy here, this is a nice cigar. It's a nice little box press cigar. A lot of flavors to this one here. We've had this one before. I've had this several times actually, and I believe I gave some of these away at one point. This has probably got about three to 4 years of age on it now, and it's the Olivier Master Blend No. 3 Robusto box press. Really, really, really nice, and it's a Maduro wrapper too, as you can totally see. Right out of Nicaragua. 5 inches long, 50 on the ring gauge, full strength Maduro wrapper. Really nice little oily wrapper on it too there. I don't know if you can see that or not. The wrapper itself is USA Connecticut broadleaf. The binder is Nicaraguan Liejo, and the filler is right out of Nicaragua. And I picked this one here because of the flavors of the Garrison brothers. Like, there's a lot of like butterscotch and nutmeg and you know, spices and oak, vanilla, and like toasted nuts to this particular bourbon. And this particular cigar here, it's got like lots of flavors of like espresso and cocoa and sweet tobacco and leather and spice and dark chocolate to it. So I think it would really complement this particular bourbon here. Complementary and a little bit of opposition to it as well. But I think it would make it really, really, really interesting combination of bourbon to cigar. So that's why I picked that one out. And I think this would look really, really good. Like I said, I'm going to try every single bourbon that we've tried, or kind of going over and pairing with each cigar. I'm going to try those too, and just to see if my predictions were right. Who knows, I might be talking completely out of my ass, but some of them I have had with those particular cigars, so I do have prior experience with some of them, and some of them really do work really quite well with them. So all right, let's go to number 8. So give me a second, I'll be right back. All right, I am back. We are on bourbon number 8, and I've had this one in the past. We had this at our bourbon and barbecue last year at my place, and I've had I've got 2 more bottles of this. So no, sorry, 1 more bottle of this. I had 3, have 2, finished 1. So yeah, I've got 2 left. And this is really good. I got these at Spirit Release. I don't know if you can hear this. Luke, I am your father. tube looks pretty good for that. I used to do that at Sioux Lookout. We were doing draft night beers at Dick and Nellie's, and we'd all be up there, playing pool and darts and having chicken wings and beer and stuff like that. And they'd have these big jugs of beer, and I would do that, and all the other pilots are like, "Chris, you got to do the Luke, I'm your father," and a whole bunch of other stupid little Star Wars things. So yeah, that's it's just kind of stupid and dumb, but whatever. We're pilots, we're amateur, and that's all right. You can't be too serious all the time. But anyway, we get these bottles here at Spirit Release, and they're actually really, really good. Like, they are, I was picking them up when they originally came out at about $60, then $74, and they were about $83 or $84. I'm not paying that kind of money for those. Those are stupid. So I didn't get one year, and then the next year I'm like, well, goddamn it, I'll bite the bullet, because these are really good. And it is the Colonel E.H. Taylor Small Batch. Really, really, really nice, nice little bourbon. And that's the bottle right there. So really, really, really nice bourbon. Really kind of a cool looking label on it too, eh? There's the Colonel there. So the cigar that I paired it up with, it's kind of, it matches it really, really well, but it's also kind of a, kind of goes with the sort of kind of the times or the era, or I wouldn't say the era, but the area maybe. But the Colonel E.H. Taylor Small Batch, like it's lightly toasted. There's a lot of oak and dried figs to it, butterscotch, there's tobacco, dark spices to it. So it's a really, really, really nice bourbon. I'm almost tempted to open up another bottle because these are so goddamn good. But I want to get some pictures of these ones first, and then we're going to do a full-on tasting review of them, and then probably another one when it gets down to about here when it opens up. We'll do another one. So this is just kind of a quick preview of this, and then once we open them up, then I'll be driving some of those bad boys out there for you guys as well. So, but the cigar that I chose for it, because it's Colonel E.H. Taylor during the the Civil War, or the kind of the Wild West kind of thing, figured I should get a cigar that kind of sort of like that. It's not really, but it's kind of like that, and it's kind of the name is kind of synonymous with the Wild West, and it's Deadwood, and it is the Drew Estates Fat Bottom Betty Deadwood cigar. And these are actually really, really, really quite nice cigars. They're little Robustos. Really like the packaging, kind of the whole Day of the Dead kind of look to it, but they're Deadwood cigars, so kind of like Civil War with the Colonel there, Deadwood with the Wild West, the cowboys. But yeah, these are nice nice little cigars here. Let's see if I can get one out of here without buggering the whole thing up. There we go. All right. So yeah, that's kind of what they look like here. Kind of got a cool little wrapper to it. We had the Crazy Alice ones. We went to those pretty damn fast. This is my second box of these. I had a full box before, and then one of my wedding couples wanted one, and then they kind of backed out, and then another wedding couple wanted another box of these. So anyway, they got that box, and I was able to get another box. So I was pretty happy about that. But yeah, really cool looking cigar, cool looking footband. Smokes really, really, really nice. See, does that look sort of okay? Cool, yeah, and they're from Drew Estate. It's Jonathan Drew's cigars. It's not like, John is super cool. His cigars are amazing. Puts like all kinds of like cool stuff into it, and they're really, 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 really good cigars. Like, they are Jonathan Drew is an awesome guy. He's super cool, super chilled, really laid back, and makes really great cigars. These ones here right out of Nicaragua, and like I said, they're Robustos. They're 5 inches long, 54 in the ring gauge, medium strength, and they're Maduro wrappers, obviously. You can see how dark they are. The wrapper itself is a USA Connecticut broadleaf, and the binder and filler are right out of Nicaragua. But you're going to get lots of like chocolatey, fruity notes to it, sweet, earthy, sweet cedar, coffee, cinnamon spice, nutmeg, and milk chocolate tones to it, notes to this cigar. So really kind of complimentary to this particular bourbon. Like it's pretty much exactly what you're going to get out of this bourbon, and this is a really nice bourbon, so I figured the cigar would go really, really, really well with it. And being both Western kind of themed bourbons and cigars, I thought would look really kind of cool together too. So yeah, that is cigar and bourbon pairing number 8. So let's get into number 9. Put these guys away. That there. That there. You don't know the power of the dark side. Hope you like Star Wars, Gary. The old Star Wars is great. The new stuff is completely freaking unwatchable. Terrible, terrible, terrible stuff. Unless Rogue One was okay. I thought that was pretty good. Andor, I've only seen 1 or 2 episodes of that. Like, we don't have cable or anything. We got rid of all that crap a long time ago. But we can kind of sort of still get it. I thought that was pretty good. I think I watched maybe 2 episodes of that. I thought that was pretty good. Just haven't had time to sit down and watch anything. And The Mandalorian I thought was good for the first season. Didn't see the second season at all. I don't even know if there's a third, but heard the second season wasn't very good. I don't know. I just think it's just, I don't know. It's unwatchable crap. But the first 3 were great, you know, like New Hope, Empire, and Jedi I thought was really, really, really great. And so was that Buffalo Trace. All right, let's go get number 9. I'll be right back.
In a limo, you son of a bitch. No argument. Hey, careful, man. There's a beverage here, huh?
All right, we are back. I got the cigar here. I'm going to grab the bourbon. That's right here. This is a single barrel select bourbon. This came out in 2024 for our spirit release. It was a Manitoba liquor store pick, 60% ABV. One of the guys that I was out with, this was one of the bottles they opened up, and it was really, really, really good. I have not opened up mine yet, but that is yet. We are definitely going to be getting into these for sure. Really, really, really liked this one here when we had it the day that we all got it. It's just super fun going out in the spirit release with the guys, going out shopping, going for lunch, supper and stuff, and then getting together, and each one of us would crack a bottle. And yeah, it was just so much fun. But this here is the Knob Creek Single Barrel Select. Really, 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 really nice. You can see here it's the Manitoba Liquor Mart. I don't know if you can read all that there. But they did a great job of picking this particular bourbon out for this bottle and the cask. Yeah, really good job. We'll definitely be opening this one up here. Still got to get some pictures of it, and then we'll open it up, we'll review it, and then I am totally going to share it with you. But from what I could remember, from when we originally had it last year, it was like there's like creme brulee flavors, vanilla. There's some charred oak to it. Super balanced, like toffee and white pepper and marshmallows, and a really long, bold finish, from what my notes are telling me. And really like heavy vanilla, caramel, and charred oak notes to it. So it was a really, really, really good bottle. And that was when we first opened it. So I don't know what it would be like after it's opened up a bit, because we just had it that day. So I'm looking forward to opening this one up and then letting it sit for a bit and then trying it out when it opens up a bit. But the cigar that I thought I would pair with, I believe I don't know if we've done this one or not. I think we have, but I'm not 100% sure. But it is the My Father Flor de los Antilles. A really, really, really great box press Toro cigar. Really, really, really great, great cigar. Right out of Nicaragua. Just an absolutely beautiful cigar. This one's got almost 4 years of age on it. 6 inches long. It's a box press. It's 52 on the ring gauge. And full strength and Maduro wrapper, but it's kind of a lighter Maduro wrapper, but you can see how oily that particular wrapper is. If this thing would focus for us, let's see here. There we go. That's better. There we go. Oh no. There. All right. Good. The wrapper itself is Ecuadorian Habano, and the binder and filler are right out of Nicaragua. And you're going to get notes of like leather and hay and cocoa and coconut and dark char, espresso, and some cedar notes to it. So I think it would really, really, really complement that particular Knob Creek bottle. So, and I think they look pretty good good together there. So that is the bottle that I thought would go great with this particular cigar. So, yeah, I think there's enough differences between the two of them, but enough similarities too, that the complementary similarities would work really, really well together, and the conflicting similarities would really bring out other characteristics in each one of them, within the cigar and within the bourbon itself. So that is that. So we are down to the very last one. I'm just going to go grab the cigar for that, and I'll be right back.
You want to help me win a contest, little elf? Sure. Starts with a little drinky pool. You're fucked, Mr. Leahy.
All right, I am back, and we are still day drinking. We got the Buffalo Trace going on here. Super, super good. Oh, really nice. I do like that a lot. All right, so the next one we've got going on here. Wait, you know what? I'm going to be done with that, so I have to get another bottle out here. This is not the bottle that we're going to be talking about, but we can talk about this one. This is a really good one. I've had this for a couple of years now. You can see it is fairly well open. Really, really, really nice bottle. I am going to try this, and we will talk about it. This is the Old Forester Prohibition style, 1920. Super high in the ABV, 57.5%. And I first learned about this particular bourbon, not on my own, but on YouTube by two great Canadian guys called Trenny and C. You got to check out their YouTube video. They're two guys out of Vancouver Island. Super funny guys, super cool guys, super chill guys. Put out really, really, really great content. I think they've even won some awards for their YouTubing. They're actually quite popular here in the whiskey community. And they're just good guys, you know. I've never met them, but we've talked a few times online. And yeah, just great guys. Lots and lots of knowledge. And and they're just super funny guys, like really funny, really entertaining, and definitely worth a watch. So check them out. They're Trinity and C out of Vancouver Island in Canada. But anyway, I saw them one time. Yeah, well, not one time. I've seen them many times. I think I've watched all their videos. I like Trini Travels too, because Trini right now is out traveling. But anyway, but one time they were out and they were doing their, I think it was a spirits release, I think. Anyway, they found this Old Forester Prohibition style 1920, and they were going crazy about it and talking all about it and how awesome it was and how hard it is to find and all this kind of stuff. But the flavor sounded absolutely incredible, and I'm like, God damn it, I need to get a bottle of that now. So I went looking, and then I was online, and it was I either found it at BSW or I found it at Craft Cellars. It was one of the two. They're out in Calgary. Check either one of them out. It's BSW Liquor. It stands for Beer, Spirits, and Wine Liquor. So BSW Liquor out of Calgary, or Craft Cellars out of Calgary. One of those two stores had it. I buy from them all the time, like both stores. And I even believe that this was probably on sale at one time. So I'm pretty sure that's the reason why I picked it up. It might not have been, I don't know. But on the recommendation of Trini and C, I picked it up. And man, was I not disappointed. It is really, really good. And I've had it now for 4 years at least, maybe 5 years. So it's taken a while to go down, but it's not a daily drinker because it is kind of hard to find, and it's not a cheap bourbon. So I kind of only have it for special occasions. And some of my guests, when they see how high the alcohol proof on it is, they get a little nervous, and they kind of shy away from it, which is okay because there's more for me, because it is pretty high proof. I mean, you need to set yourself on fire with this stuff, but it's good stuff. So if you get a chance to find it, the Old Forester 1920 Prohibition style, definitely do yourself a favor and grab a bottle. They're good. It's really, really good. And try not to buy it on the secondary market because it can get a little ridiculous. Just check out BSW, check out Craft Cellars. Sierra Springs sometimes has it. Oh my God, does it ever smell good? And just try to get it at retail or on sale if you can, even better. Oh, does it ever smell good? Let's take a look at the color on this one here. There we go. So it's kind of dark, eh? Like more of a darker amber color to that one. This one might need a little bit of water, from what I can remember, and it does really, really, really well with water. But it is quite viscous. But once it gets really high like that, the viscosity kind of starts. See, it's coming down. The legs come down quite fast because it's such high proof. All it is alcohol, eh? So I'm gonna let this one. I'm gonna try it neat here first, just to see what it is. But on the nose, there's like a lot of alcohol vapors to it. But you can smell like toffee and caramel, cinnamon, leather, baking spices, tiny, tiny, tiny bit of char smell to it, like a little bit of smoke, but not a lot. And some cigar box and smells to it. We'll try it on the palate here and see what it's like. Yeah, that's really good. I like that. I'll probably put a little dash of water on it just because I with past experience, I know it gets way better with a little bit of water. But at 57.5%, it's pretty easy to drink neat too. Lots of cinnamon spice, nutmeg, clove, caramel notes to it, but but you can taste a lot of that ethanol to it as well. So it's kind of anesthetized your palate. But it's still really, really good. So I'm going to add just a tiny bit of water. Then we're going to get these cigars out, and we're going to get the final bourbon out, and then video will be over, and I'm still going to continue day drinking. No, I'm not. I'm going to actually edit this video and get it out for Gary today on Patreon. So Gary's going to be able to see this first, and any of my other Patreon subscribers, and then eventually sometime before Christmas time, we'll put it out for the rest of us to watch. So give me a second, I'll be right back. It's going to get a little bit of water. All right, we are back. So yeah, I put a little tiny bit of water on it, not a whole lot, but you can see the viscosity is actually a lot better now. It's sticking to the glass a lot more than it was before. Yeah, lots of vanilla notes to it now, like a lot of vanilla, caramel, some drying spice notes to it. Yeah, on the palate, it's really nice, really good. Yeah, a lot of tobacco, like sweet tobacco notes, dried fruit like figs and dates and raisins, some nutmeg, clove, a little bit of cinnamon spice, not quite as much as it was before, but it's not anesthetizing your palate. More toffee and caramel notes to it as well. A lot of wood, like oaky notes. You can definitely taste the new American oak to it with that spice. Yeah, that's good. That's very good. All right, so the last bourbon here that we are going to go with, and this is probably going to be no surprise if you guys seen any of my other videos of what I picked up at Spirit Release. And I'll pick this guy up for our 100th anniversary. There were 3 bottles per store, and I think there was like 15 bottles in the city total, and that was it. Fortunately for me, I think I was number 1 in line that day. It's 68.5% ABV, and it is the Stag bottle here. This was the most coveted bottle for Spirit Release. Everybody wanted it. Everyone was talking about it in line, and I remember there were some people kind of talking down about it to try to convince you. It almost sounded like, like that you wouldn't want the Stag bottle when you got in there, like, oh, it's so overrated, and it's this and it's that. It doesn't taste as good as it was, and I wouldn't get it if I were you. And but you know damn well they were looking for it. So anyway, I was lucky enough to be able to grab a bottle of it. I have had this before at one of our whiskey club meetings. So really, I believe it was a whiskey club meeting, or was it? I don't know. I've had this before, and it's a nice bottle. But I don't think I've had it with the Manitoba Barrel Select bottle. So yeah. So that was a good one to get, because there's like spice and vanilla, and there's oak, and it's super rich and sweet cloves to it, and a lot of like kind of spicy notes to it, and some toffee notes to it. So it's apparently supposed to be a really, like, this barrel here. Like, I've had a few friends of mine that were lucky enough to get one as well, and they've opened it and they said it was really good. 2 of the guys that I know, they're not in my whiskey club, but there's 2 guys that I know. They sold theirs, and I think they got like $350 or $400 a bottle for it. So I'm totally going to be drinking this, and we're totally going to be sharing this with you guys. Might even wait to do something with the whiskey club. I don't know. We'll figure something out with this bottle, but I got to get some pictures of it first, and then we'll figure something out. But regardless, you guys are going to get some of this as well. So But the cigar that I thought I would pair with this is a really nice cigar. I've had this a couple times in the past before. Just singles. I've never had a box. Well, I do have a box now, but I never had one in the past. But I've had singles before, and it's a really, really, really nice, just a really nice, nice cigar. It's right out of Nicaragua. It's from one of the cool guys here in the industry. And he always makes really great cigars, and he's such a cool guy. He's such a nice guy. He's super chill and laid back. We're gonna open this box up because we haven't opened it up yet. We're gonna open up with actually, why don't we open it up with this one here from Delta 7 Gear. It is the Kira blade from my good buddy Alexander Forsyth. He made 150 of each. There's 600 of these knives in existence, so super limited number. They make great Christmas gifts, or awesome groomsmen gifts, or awesome groom gifts. Or if you're just a knife collector, they make great gifts. It's got a really cool little attachment here to put onto your pant leg. I was at a wedding a couple weeks ago, and all the guys had knives in their pocket, and they were just like this with the clips inside it. So yeah, these are just super cool knives. And it's a quick release knife, and you can see it's a Japanese Tonto blade, and it's the Kira blade. And like I said, there's only 150 of these things made. Haven't managed to cut myself with this one yet, but give me some time. I hope I don't, because these things are super, super sharp. I've cut myself 4 times already with the links. But these are great knives, and like I said, Alex would love to sell you one. Super great guy, comes from a great family, a super hardworking guy, young entrepreneur, and worked hard to get his commercial helicopter pilot license. So, but anyway, the cigar that I thought would go great with a Stag would be the Drew Estate Under Crown Toro. Really, really, really nice cigar, and it's a Puro cigar. So the wrapper, binder, and filler are right all out of Nicaragua. So let's open this guy up, because we haven't opened it yet. We've had this one for a few years, so it has got some great age to it. But it's time we open it up, because I want to get into it. I want to enjoy a few of these guys, and this is something that you guys may want in your next humidor that we give away, because we'll probably do for sure going to be doing another humidor giveaway. If this is something you guys would like to add to it, let me know. Gary, you're going to see this first, so let me know if this is something that you would like to see in it as well. And if it is, we will totally 100% add that to the humidor. So let's open this up. I just don't want to bugger the cigars inside or the wood, but it's just it's a slide open here, and look how great those things look. Like beautiful, beautiful, beautiful cigar as well. That is a presentation. Really, really, really nice. And I thought it would just look really like such an elegant looking cigar. Like, look at that absolutely beautiful band to it. Like, Jonathan Drew is just such a great guy. He's super cool. I've never met John yet. I would love to meet him someday. I'd love to get him to sign one of my cigar boxes or get one of his awesome humidors. I know he's got a lot of these humidors that he does giveaways for or whatever, and I'd love to get I'd like to get 2 of the humidors, one for me and then one to give away to one of you guys, on the channel. Or any of the other swag that he's got, because he's got great swag out there too. Like, John does things in no other way anybody else does. Like, he is super classy guy, super cool guy, super chill guy, and really knows how to work his brand. But that's just an absolutely beautiful, beautiful, beautiful cigar. Just love this cigar. It's been a while since I've had one of these Undercrowns. They're so good. They look so cool. They look so elegant. And it's just, I mean, the box is just amazing. I can't wait to start get some pictures of this thing now that we've got it open, and then try it with a stag. You know, like once we open this thing up, I'm totally gonna try it with a stag, and then let me know if this is something you guys may want to give away here in our humidor giveaway. So yeah, it's whatever. I'm not sure how we're gonna do it next. I know we did. We've done 4 humidors already. The last one we did was the subscriber's choice humidor. If you guys like that way of doing things again, we can do something like that, because I want it to be your humidor that we give away with your cigars that you all want and you've all kind of voted for. But we could maybe we can figure something else out. I'm not sure, but we'll do something anyway. But yeah, the Undercrown is a great cigar. Like I said, it's right out of Nicaragua. It's a Toro cigar. It's 6 inches long, 50 on the ring gauge, and it's a medium cigar. So really super easy to smoke. Just really nice cigar. It's a Maduro San Andreas wrapper to it. The binder's Connecticut broadleaf Habano, and the fillers in Nicaraguan Brazilian. And lots of really, really great notes of like leather and dark chocolate and coffee and some spice. And it really kind of progresses, you know, as you kind of smoke it. Like, it's a real storyteller cigar. It's a great, great cigar. And Cigar Aficionado gave it 91 points. Really well deserved too. I probably would have given it a little higher, because this is a really great cigar. But we've had this for, I don't know, probably 2 years now, year and a half. So it's got some good age to it on it already. So, but anyway, that is what I would pair the top, my like say 10 bourbons that I've chosen with 10 cigars that I've chosen. So I hope you like that. I hope you like that, Gary. I hope that gives you some insight. I mean, you can pair any of these cigars with any of these bourbons. Just, you know, it's like, find complementary flavors that would really, really work together, or find conflicting flavors that would work but not overpower the other one. You know, you want them to bring out flavors and profiles in the other one. But for the most part, we've got, I think there's maybe 2 or 3 in here that were, most of them I'd say were all comparable, and they all get along together. You know, the flavors all kind of really marry really well. And then I think there were 3 that, yeah, they all really married really, really well, and they all got along, but then there were some flavors that were conflicting, but they brought out the best in each other, you know. So what was lacking in one, the cigar would bring out those flavors in the bourbon, or the bourbon would bring out those flavors in the cigar. So they weren't like competing and shooting them down. But yeah, that's what I would go for. So we can kind of go through this super, super fast. I'm just going to put this bad boy away here. And so to kind of reiterate what we said, so Drew Estate Undercrown Toros with the Stag. I believe this is Stag Junior. And then let's put this guy here. And then Knob Creek. And this is the like the barrel select, single barrel select. I picked with the another really awesome Drew Estate Fat Bottom Betty. And these are awesome Robustos. And then we have E.H. Taylor. Really, really, really nice bottle. And with that one, this one right here, I chose another awesome Drew Estate box, and this is the Fat Bottom Betty Robusto. The Deadwood with the cowboy kind of theme. Civil War. And then we had the Knob Creek. And this is the single barrel select. And with that, we chose the, right here, the My Father Florida Los Antilles Toro box press. Absolutely beautiful, beautiful cigar. And we got the Basil Hayden toast. And with that, I picked the CAO Black. It's a pack of 20, so we'll definitely be sharing these with you guys. Right there, that guy there. And then we've got the Elijah Craig Toasted Barrel. With the Alec Bradley Magic Toast Robusto. Easily one of my go-to cigars. Absolutely love this one. And then we had the Garrison Brothers. And with that, we have the Olivia Master Blend No. 3 Box Press Robusto. Another really, really, really nice cigar. Sure, is that focusing? Gary, let me know if that's focusing, man. And then we've got the Michter's Toasted Barrel. Not much left in that one, but this is really nice. And with that, we had the Tatawahe Negrosant Monopole No. 1 Robusto. Another really nice cigar. I don't know if that's focused or not. Anyway, that is that. Then we got the Blanton's bottle here. And with that, I decided on the Rocky Patel A10 limited edition, the Edge. Great cigar, and even a better airplane. This is a really cool cigar. Love this one. Still happy I have 10 left, and they're really aging really, really nicely. The next one here, we got the Eagle Rare. And the Monte Cristo Espand Stoke. Super, super, super great cigar. And then last but not least, we've got the Woodford Reserve, and this was the Distiller's Select from the Manitoba Liquor Marts, but I know a lot of stores, they have their own Distiller's Select edition, so check them out. And with that, this is an awesome AJ Fernandez cigar, the La Resina Cubana Lonsdale. Absolutely beautiful cigar. Looks so good. And super, super classy. And that was it. And all cigar boxes were opened with these super awesome knives from Delta 7 Gear and my good buddy Alexander Forsyth. This is the Lynx, and this is the Cura. So check them out. They make great Christmas gifts, great groomsmen gifts, great groom gifts, great gifts just for any knife collector. Super limited edition. Super great guy. I'm sure Alex will sign anything you want. If you wanted them custom signed, and like I said, yeah, they're limited edition. So once they're gone, they're gone. And he's just a super great guy. So, and tell him I sent you over there, and he'll sort you out for sure. But anyway, that is what we've got. Those are the 10 bourbons that I thought would go great with those 10 different cigars. Please like and subscribe to the channel. Thanks, Gary, for the suggestion. I really appreciate that, man. This is a lot of fun. Man, this is taking a long time. It's probably a couple hours long, but Gary did say he wanted something to watch and relax when he was on vacation. So there you go, my friend. Please like and subscribe. Share this with anyone that has got absolutely nothing to do all day, and they can sit around and listen to me yammer on about this kind of stuff. You can watch it in sections. Thanks for joining Patreon there. My Patreon people really appreciate that a lot. Everything that we get goes right back into this crazy little channel we got going on here. And like I said, share this with anyone who you may have some value in. Have yourself a really, really great day. We're going to talk to you real soon. When this comes out to the general public sometime before Christmas time, hope you enjoy it. Please watch it all. Please like and subscribe, and let me know what you guys think. If this is something you want to see more of, what you think of the cigars and or the bourbons. So have yourself a great day, and we'll talk to you real soon. Bye-bye.